It's bad, and it's been bad, and it's getting worse every day. Dr. Ramirez, the White House Coronavirus Task Force, that report that NBC News obtained shows that that team, at least, is taking this very seriously, and they're sounding alarms internally. What I was most struck by in reading that portion of it was that hospitals are saying that they're overwhelmed, not just for COVID patients, but will be potentially overwhelmed for non-COVID patients. It reminds me of something that happened here in New York early on during the pandemic, when ambulances were told, don't bring cardiac arrest victims to the hospital if you can't revive them on scene. We can't help them here, because the hospitals were so overloaded.
Well, you're right, Katie. And this is, I worked in the ER over the weekend, and, I'll tell you, it's an awful situation. When you come into the ER, there's already 20 patients who have been there, some as long as 24 hours. There are literally no beds left to put people in unless we expand capacity, but we don't have the nurses or the techs or the doctors to staff those beds. That's the message that I'm really trying to, express to the public, is that it's so critical to be important in everything that you're doing right now, because if you come to a hospital and things will get worse over the next 6 weeks, there may be a chance that we can't help you. I know that there are many doctors who have come on the show and have said this same thing, but now, thanks to all of this reporting, I think folks can really see what that means. And this is going to be, worse than what we saw in New York, because this is everywhere now. New York could be any city in America 6 weeks from now, and I'm almost certain that it will be.
That's terrifying. It was very bad here. And it's a reminder that just because you might not fall ill with COVID, that's not to say that you might not have some other medical emergency that you're going to need to be hospitalized for. Dr. Ramirez, the Biden team is obviously trying to do what it can, get the information they can. Admiral Giroir was on with my colleague Andrea Mitchell a couple hours ago, and he was saying that the Biden team should be okay because all of the information on this pandemic is public. The data is out there. Do you agree?
No, I think that's completely untrue, right? I think everybody knows that the devil is in the details on any process like this. Certainly people can get a good idea of what's going on with an epidemiology perspective, but that's not really what we're talking about in this next challenge. Certainly you've reported on this and other folks have reported on this. We are getting to the point where we need to know how this vaccine is actually going to be distributed at the ground level. That's not publicly reported information. And those are details that the Biden team desperately needs to know. That's what the public deserves.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.